Okay, well, hello everyone. I'm Garrett Hunt. This is Tyler Chism. We're the co-founders of Live in Everett, and we're gonna do a little video update for you guys today. What's up,
Good to
Tyler?
see you, man.
Good to see you.
What's up? I'm drinking my Diedrich. You got your Diedrich?
I got my Diedrich. Yes, today's video is brought to you by our faithful Live in Everett member, Diedrich Espresso. Where's your pink lid, man? It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh, I feel like we just gave it away. This coffee cup has actually been sitting on my desk from the last time we did this video.
Is it?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I just got it on 16th and Broadway. They gave me a black lid. They gave you a pink lid?
Yeah, man. They're this month they're doing donations for I think it's the American Cancer Society.
Well, oh, you know what? They did ask me if I wanted to round up my change for the American Cancer Society, but they did not offer me a pink lid. But shout out to Diedrich, always doing good things for the community. I feel like everywhere I go, I see something is sponsored by Diedrich, or they're raising funds for this thing or that, and great local company.
Yeah, they really do a ton for the community. It's cool when it's local business, giving back to the locals, supporting nonprofits, supporting us. We're super thankful. And I feel like I used to judge people who got really big coffees. Like this is like a 24 ouncer. But see, I'm a
24
frugality.
ouncer.
What's that?
24 ouncer, baby. I like how yeah, it's a 24 ouncer.
Right, the Deuce Quattro. But here's my thing is I started getting like the extra large size because it's only like, another 50 cents or $1 or whatever to make it like way bigger. And then I save it for the next day. Like I'll just drink like half of it and then finish the other half tomorrow. And
But okay, so you save a latte. Let me get this right. So that's a 24 ounce latte. We're talking flavor?
Vanilla.
Okay.
With
so
soy.
we've got
So there's no
coffee, soy milk, steamed soy milk. So you save it and you put it in the fridge and then you drink it again the next day. How do you heat it up?
Just in the microwave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't have the same texture the next day because the milk's probably lost all of its bubbles, but
I'm easy to please.
Yeah. I got a 12 ounce hazelnut, vanilla, raspberry, kiwi, lime, white chocolate mocha, non-fat, because, it's non-fat for this guy. I'm just kidding. Classic Americano. And I don't know, you've known me for several years. I drink a lot of fluids. I feel like I have to. If I don't limit my size, I'll put down a 24 ounce Americano in like 10 minutes and then be bouncing off the walls even more than I already am most of the time,
Well, it's good to know yourself. So
peeing every 30 seconds,
Way to practice restraints.
So I feel like, are you going to compliment my outfit? I don't know if you noticed, but I dressed up for a little date here.
You're making me look bad here in my flannel.
Well, we just reverse roles. You look hip and I look professional, which, our last call was the other way around. So no, I'm just kidding. I got out of a meeting that I had to dress up for, and it was like one of my first in-person meetings since the pandemic, and it was pretty weird. but it was good to kind of be out and about. Nice. Meeting someone new face to face. It was outside, socially distanced, so it was still kind of, evident that we're living through a crazy time, but
yeah, it is still crazy times. So before we get into it real quick, just the couple things we're going to chat about today. It's kind of just what's new with us, what's new and going on in Everett, and then what's new coming up in Everett. So those are a few things we're going to chat about. But yeah, I'm curious to hear how you've been. And yeah, it's obviously still full COVID and still full craziness in the world. So how's it been treating you?
Yeah. First off, if I look off camera over here, dude, it's not that I'm like checking my email and ignoring this call. I left myself talking points to talk to you about because it's been a while. And there's things that I want to update and ask you about. What have I been up to? I got a new phone. Check out, here's my old one. Look at it. Look how broken that is. I literally ran it over with a car. Second.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been telling people like, oh, sorry, I got a new phone. Whose number is this? I ran my old phone over, and I think people think I'm joking because I'm pretty sarcastic, but it really did get run over. I have been I'm still working for the city. I don't know if you've heard, but there's like a pretty bad budget deficit at the city, which is not uncommon for all cities, but the city of Everett is, they've had to lay some people off. I have not been laid off. I'm very grateful for that. So I've been working full time for the city, and Laura is still running Milltown Creative. So that's the creative company that's kind of adjacent to Live in Everett. I have been losing weight. I don't know if you can tell.
You're looking good.
But, I've lost about 6 pounds, and it's all come from right here so far. Thank you, Noom app. I've been hearing the podcast ads for like the Noom app. Have you heard of it? Noom.
No.
Well, I finally downloaded it. I heard the podcast, or I heard the ad, and I was like, I do want to lose some weight. That sounds like a good COVID goal. Something to like, I feel like the COVID trajectory was this for me. Kind of didn't believe it was happening. Working hard, doing whatever I can to avoid the reality. Totally depressed, eating chips, eating cookies, eating ice cream, gaining a little bit of weight. And then I decided, self-care time. I'm going to try to lose a few pounds and
so what is the new
work on myself. It's like, so you get a coach that you chat with, you get a group. You get like a pretty good calorie like tracker, like tons of recipes, and it'll like sort the recipes by like what's in your like calorie budget for the day. And it's not like totally restrictive. It's like about like forming new habits and like new ways to like think about food and fit exercise into your life that makes sense. And I've never really like tried to lose weight before. I feel like people say your metabolism slows down when you're in your 30s, and I'm like totally feeling it. I've gained like 30 pounds in the last 2 years. And so like it's good. I'm not feeling like I have to like starve myself or not eat carbs or like go to the gym twice a day. It's a slow, steady thing. And I think what I realized is like I'm vegetarian and I don't drink, so I feel like, why am I still gaining weight? And I figured it out. It's because I eat a ton. And I might not be eating like fast food or like meat every day or like drinking a ton of beer like I used to, but I just eat a lot, and I eat like late at night. Like I love night ice cream. Anyway, I've talked way longer than I expected to about the Noom app. Anyway, I love it. It's working for me. What about you? What's new with you?
Well, you mentioned the nighttime ice cream. That's actually been like, I've been like working on my health more. And that's probably one of the best things I've cut out is just, I used to love eating junk food before bed, but that's just like the absolute worst time to give your body calories. And so, yeah, I feel like that's been a big help. But
do you feel like it's helped your mood? Like not having, I feel like I realize that sugar makes me depressed. Like if I eat a bunch of sugar and I pay attention to my emotions, I'm like pretty depressed. Not too long afterwards. Certainly if it's like late at night, I wake up feeling just kind of like,
Yeah, I feel like my mood has been better, but there's been other variables that have changed. And so I don't know if I can attribute it like just to that, but
yeah. What are some of those other variables?
Well, I went through like my crazy like spiritual awakening experience, like what was that, 7 months ago or something now. And so, I mean, I've been doing all kinds of different stuff. Like, so one thing I was going to mention I've been doing is the Union Yoga opened up in downtown Everett.
Yeah.
Near my house. And so right now they have a deal. I think it's still going on. It's only $25 to do unlimited for 2 weeks. And so I signed up for that last week, and I've been to like 3 classes, and that's been really cool. So I haven't.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's yoga. Yoga's healthy. It's a cool little studio. I haven't done a ton of yoga, but in general, I've just been getting more into like meditation and just like healthier ways of living, like diet and lifestyle, and just feels good to be healthy, you know, like.
Yeah, you look fit as a fiddle for what it's worth.
Wow.
You seem like you've got a good energy going, and so that yoga must be working out for you.
Yeah, and it's
I
just finding some way to activate the body, you know,
Mhm.
just like get in touch, get integrated. It feels good.
Have you
Uh,
done any like trips? I know that it's like, we're just getting out of summer now, but did you do anything fun over the summer?
yeah, we went to Anacortes for our wedding anniversary last month.
Love Anacortes.
I actually just wrote a story that came out on the blog the other day, like a worth leaving town for, of like some of the things that we enjoyed. And because, you know, it's one of those towns that I've always just driven past, like going to the ferry. And I never really hung out in Anacortes before. I mean, I went to the
Yeah.
park there when I was like 12 or something, like when it first opened ages ago. But yeah, it's a cool place. There's some really cool like viewpoints and like hiking, and we went for a bike ride on the Tommy Thompson Trail, which
Oh,
goes
cool.
out like over the water, so you have like water on both sides of you. It's like this old
Mm.
train bridge that they redid, and rode that over to like this cool brewery called Bastion Brewing Company, and we tried to ride our bikes up Mount Erie because we got there and the gate was closed for the road. We thought we'd be able to drive up, but I guess they close it on weekends, and it was like right before sunset. Um, that didn't go good though. Turns out
How?
riding a bike up a mountain is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, totally. Bikes aren't as easy when you get older. I feel like when we were kids, we could ride our bikes everywhere, but I get tuckered out
yeah,
real
well, it's like we have like these old like vintage road bikes, you know, so they're not really a great match for like this crazy incline. But yeah, how about you? Have you been
Yeah,
traveling?
really similar. We were actually in Anacortes a lot
Hmm.
this summer. I think last time that we talked on video, I had said I had just gotten a boat, and
Yeah.
so for those who don't know, I like lived on a boat in my 20s, and I sold my boat to like help pay for my wedding and when we bought our first house and all that. And so I've been trying to convince my wife to let us get a boat again, and we finally got one this summer. We got a little like Ranger Tug 21. So it's on a trailer, so we've been trailering it up to Anacortes, launching out of there, and heading up to the San Juans. So we've been hanging out in the San Juans a bunch on the weekends, uh, long weekends up in the San Juans, mostly like Lopez Island. Is kind of where we'd like to go, is kind of the home base, and then just kind of spend the weekend boating around. I had never been to the San Juans. I lived in Washington my whole life, and
Oh
this is
wow.
like my first year. So I've been like, we can't fly anywhere. And really, I haven't taken a vacation where I've been on a plane in years. I think when I went to Paris, what was that, like 2016 maybe? Um, so it's been a nice way to feel like I'm like visiting outside of, feels like a legit vacation when you're up in San Juan's. It's only a couple hours to get there. So, and I love Anacortes. Really good music scene, really good food there. So, right on. Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool little town. So yeah, let's see. Should we transition into what's new in Everett?
What is new in Everett, Garrett? You're the man about town, running, live in Everett now. You probably know all the deets.
Well, we got a bridge.
Yeah, the city of Everett.
Been a long time coming.
Yep, I was just talking to somebody about that bridge today. The Grand Avenue Bridge is open. Have you been across it?
I've been across it twice. It's a very nice bridge.
It is a very nice bridge.
So
And
hefty.
so a lot of people think that that bridge is there for pedestrians, but the bridge is first and foremost like a water diversion project, to um, flow the water off the hill down into the sea, uh, to reduce some of the flooding that happens in North Everett. So we needed to do that anyway. And then through some additional grant funding, they were able to build the bridge. And I feel like the bridge it's like a dream come true, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
pretty rad.
I would have preferred a gondola myself, but the bridge is nice, and it's nice to connect kind of to the
Baby.
waterfront a little bit easier. Somebody already vandalized that damn elevator. Did you hear that?
Oh, really? I know I saw a couple tags on the bridge when I was walking it the other week, but they vandalized the elevator, huh?
They vandalized the elevator. It made it like, I don't know, about a month. But if you go on visit Everett.com, there's like a whole itinerary for things to do across the bridge, and then fun things to do down at the port. If you need some ideas, anybody. So it's just right on the home screen, visit Everett.com, and then it's like the homepage slider there.
Nice.
So I'm stoked on the bridge. Yeah, that's cool. I have only been across it once, which I'm sad to say. I thought that I'd be, I don't know. I feel like I like the farmer's market downtown. I've been going to the farmer's market a lot this summer. I love that it's downtown. It definitely, I don't know. I think it's better downtown, but I do miss it down at the port. It was a really special location for it down there. And so the bridge, walking down there on a Sunday would be pretty special. But, you know, now I just ride my bike into downtown, which is also beautiful. Let's see, what else is new in Everett? So with my job, we've been giving out CARES grants. So we just did another round of CARES funding. This is federal funding that we got from the federal CARES grant. And so then we did Everett CARES, and we've been giving out $10,000 grants and $20,000 grants. And I think we've given out about 1.2 million now to small businesses. And so we just finished up our second round of that and got all of those notices out yesterday. It feels really good to go to like any business right now with good news, because everything is pretty negative right now. It's like really hard for business owners. It's hard to just be a human being right now in the world.
You get to go deliver like a gigantic check that's like 5 feet long and like walk in the door. Like, you got a grant.
Yeah, it's funny. Those checks are, yes, we are doing those big checks, and we're using the grant money that we could have given the businesses to pay for the check. So instead of getting a $10,000 grant, they're getting a $9,000 grant because we're using $1,000 for each one of those checks.
Wow, those checks are expensive.
None of that is true. None of that is true. No big checks. Just a kind congratulatory email. Streetery. What's that? Streetery is still going on through the end of November. So we have a handful of businesses. We have a program with the city where any business that's on public right-of-way can go to everettwa.gov/outdoor dining, and we'll provide free fencing and street closure if you want to close down like the parking in front of your business. We're looking into whether or not we can do tents because the weather's kind of turning. We got this whole Streetery program started pretty late in the summer. We should have had it up, June or something like that, but we were working on other things. So we're looking into offering businesses tents, or just seeing if we can find a way to pay for it through some of that CARES funding that we have. And the two other things from the city, Wintertide, we're reimagining Wintertide this year. That's normally an event that we do at the Wetmore Plaza. Santa comes and we do free Santa photos and cocoa and holiday music. Since we can't have events and we can't gather, we're exploring how we can do like Wintertide stuff this year. And I think we'll announce our plan at the end of this month. We have some really cool partnerships that we're forming. And I think we're going to take Santa around via fire truck and maybe even classic convertible. So Santa will go around and visit neighborhoods so kids can still get their Santa fix. So we're just kind of like coordinating with Santa's people right now. He's pretty busy this time of year. And then we're working on a creative district certification through the state. So we're hoping to have that come the 1st of 2021. And that'll come with kind of much needed grant funding to help us bolster arts and culture here in Everett. So there'll be a formal district within Everett. It's really like an economic development program through the state of Washington. The grant funding comes through the Washington Arts Commission, but it's to build it'll be a place with geographical boundaries, probably downtown, but we still have to kind of determine that. And then there'll be grant funding and data that we can use, and a lot of other tools to sort of build the creative economy. And the state considers the creative economy like lots of different things, like restaurants, bars, live music, of course, art in a traditional sense, all of those kinds of things, tech jobs, fall into the creative economy. So it should be cool. So we're hoping to have that done at the end of this year, so we can kind of roll into 2021. And I feel like a lot of the work, and I'm sorry, I'm just talking about everything we're doing at the city, but a lot of the work has just been like reactionary. So the creative district work feels proactive, where everything has felt so like reactive, like we're just putting out fires and trying to keep businesses afloat and people healthy. And so now it's proactive work. So I feel really fortunate about that. Anyway,
nice.
What about you?
So a couple quick things that made me think of was, speaking of art in Everett, we've got a lot of new art in Everett. All of the graffiti and murals on the streets are like everywhere now.
Yeah, totally. And I wish that I could take credit for that.
Credit for everything.
Yeah, we should try to take credit for this. I will say this. So those, particularly the aerosol art or the graffiti art, so that's been Jason Grimm at Jeg Artworks. He organized that whole thing.
Yeah.
And so we weren't involved in it, and mostly because we didn't have to be. It's a private business working with other private property owners to put art on their buildings. And I love that it shows like the city doesn't need to be involved in everything. Like you don't need our permission. There's certain rules around like what qualifies as a sign. Like kind of our only codes are around like sign, and there's some obscure language around like if it's profane or something like that. But painting beautiful murals on a wall, if you're an artist and it's a privately owned building, do it. And Jason did it. Like and not just Jason, a ton of artists did that too. But yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah. There's I feel like I think I've seen most of them now, but every once in a while I'll see a new one. I'm like, oh, I didn't know about that one. And yeah, there's just so many all around the downtown area now. So if you guys haven't been around downtown in a while, next time you're out for a walk or something, a lot of cool new art around town in general, which is always great to see. And then something else that I think you guys are doing at the city is the new food truck parking lot, like on Beverly or something.
Yeah, 6731 Beverly Boulevard. I just drove by it. I was just there, corner of Madison and Beverly.
Okay.
And that's the Washington State Food Truck Association. That is, they're the ones who are booking the trucks and placing the trucks there. So that's a partnership between the city and the Washington Food Truck Association. That's the same group that we work with when we book our trucks for the Food Truck Festival. We work with them, and then we work with our pal Sid from Bread and Circuses. But so yeah, the Food Truck Association has been great. So we're just kind of trying it on right now. I think the trucks are there Monday through Saturday, 4 to 7. And it's a little bit of a trial thing, but I think we're going to try to do this in more neighborhoods. So have a food truck lot in several neighborhoods, and then build little parklets in these empty lots that the city owns, or small little parks or something like that. Put in some semi-permanent seating, try to find a way to incorporate art in a way that we can do, that's affordable, like I said earlier, as the city's, we're in a budget issues right now, but that's the plan, park a few trucks, put up a few tables, and people get together,
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't been over there yet. I know it just started, I think was it October 1st, but yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I know Christopher Bagg just went and checked it out and wrote a story for Live in Everett, so we'll be publishing that. I think that comes out next week. And I hope it goes well. Like, it seems like a really neat thing. So yeah, I'm excited. Check that out and eat some tasty food truck grub. Let's see, anything else new around town that we should mention? I do think it's pretty neat. There's a new restaurant on Hewitt called Bayside Cafe that does like hot dogs and hamburgers, but it's all plant-based.
Right on.
And so Christopher's also working on a story about that, and that's another one I'm excited to check out. They have like
me too.
burgers and like fish sandwiches and stuff, but it's all like plant-based stuff.
Are you still eating plant-based?
I'm doing a little bit of meat here and there. Like for the most part, I'm not eating meat and mostly doing plant-based. But you know, if I'm getting together with like people for a group dinner or something, or like I'm being like rigid about it. But
yeah, when I've been vegetarian for almost a couple of years now, and when we met up recently at UU for that little meeting that we had, and she made those bulgogi beef tacos, I wasn't about to turn that down. Oh my gosh, those were so good. I cannot quit thinking about it. I'm still vegetarian. Not gonna go back on that commitment.
Yeah, that was like your one relapse in like quite a few years now. You've been vegetarian for at least a couple of years, I think. Right?
Yeah, this is either gonna be my second full year or my third full year. I can't remember if it's been 2 or 3 years. But the only other time I ate meat is I went over to Tyler and Brittany Work's house, and they made these homemade pizzas. Tyler Work built this like wood fire pizza oven himself out of like brick and cement, and it is amazing. He's got like the way that he's programmed the temperature control, and it's just like it's like a nerd built pizza oven.
Nice. Oh, you're freezing up. Are you frozen or am I frozen? There you are.
There we go. Yeah. You were frozen on my end. Was I frozen on your end?
You were frozen on my end. So whoopsies. Quick glitch.
That happened to me yesterday on a meeting at work, and a bunch of my coworkers screenshotted like my face, because it was like, when you get stuck and your face is like this, they screenshotted it, and they've been sending it around in meetings now. It's like I've become a meme at work. It's
I'm going to use
kind of my worst nightmare.
I'm going to use that face you just posed for the screenshot for this video. So thank you.
Great. Well, can't be handsome all the time. I don't know. I think that's it. There's a new Thai restaurant on Hewitt. It's been a different Thai spot a bunch of times. But now it's a new
Sabai Jai Thai.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, we did a story on them. That was like a few months back. But yeah.
Right on. Where have I been?
Yeah, man. Geez, liveneverett.com. Come on, get with it.
No kidding. Yeah, I've just been working with them. I think they're going to try to do a Streetery, and
nice.
Catherine is the owner's name. We've been talking a little bit, and Liz from the Downtown Everett Association is talking about how good their food is.
Nice.
So
cool. So yeah, I'm sure there's lots of other new stuff going on around Everett. So what's new that you guys are excited about? Comment below. Let us know. Share the love. I'm sure there's plenty more, but for the sake of brevity, let's see. Let's talk about what's coming up. What is in the future of Everett? Fisherman's Village.
Oh yeah,
that
Digital
is
Fisherman's.
Like the end of this month, end of October, late October.
Yep. Let me pull it up right now.
Somewhere
around the 28th. Gosh, we're terrible. We should have had this info pulled up before we started. It is loading. It is still loading. It is.
Well, it's funny.
I was right. October 28th through the 31st. It'll be live streaming.
So yeah, that's always exciting. I mean, yeah, obviously live streaming, can't do the big in-person events these days. But yeah, so it sounds like they're, obviously having to kind of do it a different way and get creative. So I'm excited to see how all that goes.
Yeah, it is a bummer. Fisherman's is like my favorite event every year, like adult summer camp, that's how I feel anyway. So yeah. The other thing that's new that's coming up.
What's that?
Guess.
We'll live in Everett.
Someone's having a birthday.
Live in Everett's 5th birthday.
Yeah.
Next week. Yeah, can you believe
Next week?
Yeah, can you believe it? 5 years.
5 years ago. Gosh, I really thought we'd be more famous by now.
Did you?
I thought I'd be hosting Evening Magazine by like 2017, and but I guess I'm pretty happy with how my life has turned out because of living Everett. I'm just kidding. I'm so grateful for living Everett and how much it's enriched my life. What a cool job. Even though I'm not working with Living Everett every day anymore. But man, I was just talking to somebody this morning about how Living Everett, how we started it as like a way to meet people because of our real estate business. It was our marketing tool for real estate. And I think people still think we do real estate, but it really kind of became its own thing, you know?
Yeah.
It sort of took off on its own to just be this community-centric, proverbial Care Bear stare of love for Everett. So
it has evolved, and yeah, it's been fun. I'm glad that we're still able to share about good stuff going on around town. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think, like, I don't even know, I mean, it's probably up into like the thousands of like pieces of content that Live and Everett has put out now over these 5 years. That yeah, it's just fun to spread the good things, spread the positivity, and share about what's good. So yeah, we'll have another little announcement coming along with that next week. New little launch we'll be doing. So stand by for that.
Too bad we can't have a party. Damn coronavirus. Would have been fun to have a 5-year party. Rent out the Great Wolf Lodge, get some water slides, play some games.
Maybe yeah, what do you think? What do you want to see from Live in Everett over the next 5 years? Should we should we bring Great Wolf Lodge to Everett? You live in Everett headquarters, right at the one of the top of the slides.
Somebody said to me, it's been a little while since they said it, but I was at an event and somebody was like, you know what Everett needs? And it wasn't Great Wolf Lodge, but they were like, you know what Everett needs? Everett needs a Mill Creek Town Center and a Five Guys Burgers. And I was like, cool, yeah, we have it downtown. Five Guys is good, but have you been to Ray's?
Yeah, I like the idea of like creating a town center, like an old historic downtown that's on like gridded walkable streets doesn't count as like a town center anymore. It's like
I know, yeah.
Build a new town center, you know. It's like, come on.
Too.
But hey, everyone's got their opinions, and you know.
But Great Wolf Lodge, I don't know. That does sound pretty fun. Kind of bummed the IKEA thing didn't happen because that would have been pretty fun to go to IKEA.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting development where they were going to do that. IKEA. I haven't really heard much about that lately. I imagine they're working away on it down there off 41st Street. Have you heard anything about that in recent months?
We haven't talked about it at work for a while. I should follow up with Dan. Dan's in the know on that.
Because yeah, I think they were talking about maybe doing like a movie theater and like quite a few. I think there was going to be maybe like a couple dozen different commercial spaces for store, maybe like a specialty grocery store, different things or something.
Yeah, a whole mixed use center. I did hear lots of rumors about businesses and some embargoed information on businesses that were considering it, but I don't know that I would be at liberty to talk about it now. But also because I don't know how much of that has changed, you know, with COVID and everything. So
sure. Well,
but it was not a Great Wolf Lodge, if you're wondering.
Darn. My daughter will be disappointed. No.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, yeah, with no regular events going on right now, I don't really know of much other stuff coming up that is super duper noteworthy per se. But yeah, I'm sure there's other good stuff. Feel free to comment below. I don't know, this thing's probably getting pretty long. Should we wrap it up? Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I think people probably get a little bored of us talking after like the first 3 minutes. So now that it's been almost 30 minutes, it's probably be surprised if anybody's even watching it anymore. Say something offensive. We'll see if you get canceled, and that's how we know if people are still watching.
How can we make this more dramatic? I'll bring like some pictures next time or something. Or
yeah, you need like it needs to be like in the headline of this video. Garret Hunt announces shocking secret.
Yeah, well, that's all we need is a good clickbait title, right?
Yeah, totally. Garret Hunt eats baby, and just leave it there, but it's really like you're eating like baby. What's a food that starts with baby? Baby carrots. There it is. Garret Hunt eats baby.
You're on it.
Yeah.
Baby carrots.
All right. On that note, I've run out of jokes, and it's good to see you.
All right, good to see you, buddy. I'm gonna go eat some baby carrots, and thanks for hanging out, everybody. You can, of course, keep up with everything we're doing over on the website, liveineverett.com. Thanks for watching and for all the support, and we'll see you guys next time.
Should we do it? Should we do it? Oh, I was gonna do the classic. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Boom, high five, and remember, we'd always do a piece at the end of every Live in Everett video.
Oh, is that what we're going for? All right, peace.
We never really talked about it. It just always kind of happened, you know?
Well, yeah, we had to be a little bit more prescriptive doing those videos where we actually planned what we were going to do. But
yep. Well, in due time. All right, buddy. I'll see you around.
All right, man. Catch you later.
Have a good day. Bye.